it's getting to the point where it's overwhelming of people reaching out who have suffered abuse from Diddy, from Jay-Z, and from these celebrities. Jay-Z is a cuckold, right? He likes to watch Beyonce with other men. Ray J, from what I heard, even before all this happened, was one of the guys that used to smash Beyonce while Jay-Z would watch. Diddy, as we know, is into those things. That's in the indictment. You know, Cassie has not denied it, but they came out and said, you know, that Diddy used to like to watch Cassie. That's what he's into. Some men like to do that stuff. There's not a crime in that. But yes, Ray J, from what I was told, from being inside at the highest level, that Jay-Z likes to watch Beyonce with different men, such as Ray.
Vulnerability. What becomes clear through moments like these is that Jay-Z has built his legacy not just on music, but on influence, using his voice selectively yet powerfully. While rumors and debates may continue to swirl in the entertainment space, as they often do with icons, what truly stands out is how Jay-Z's perspective has helped shape broader conversations about equality, acceptance, and the responsibility of celebrities to speak on matters that impact society at large. His story reminds us that influence is not just about fame or success, but also about the courage to use your voice when it matters most.
Imagine having to live your life with someone else, right? And you think you're protecting your kids. And for my mother to have to live as someone that she wasn't and hide and like protect her kids and didn't want to embarrass her kids, and you know, for all this time, and for her to sit in front of me and tell me, I think I love someone. I mean, I really cried. That's a real story. Like, I cried because I was so happy for her that she...
When it comes to conversations about hip-hop culture, legacy, and influence, Jay-Z's name always rises to the top, not just because of his unmatched career success, but also due to the way he's handled different narratives around him. Over the years, the rap mogul has faced endless speculation, chatter, and gossip, some of it wildly exaggerated, some rooted in misunderstandings. But one thing that remains clear is how consistently he has carried himself through it all. Back in the early days of his career, the public saw Jay-Z as one of the most private figures in the industry, rarely offering much insight into his personal world. Even after marrying Beyonce, arguably one of the most recognized superstars on the planet, the two became even more guarded, curating their public image with intention and keeping their relationship largely out of the media frenzy. Despite this, Jay-Z has never shied away from standing up for causes he truly believes in, even when it caught people by surprise. For example, when former President Barack Obama publicly supported marriage equality in 2012, Jay-Z also voiced his support in a now viral interview, comparing the right to love freely to the broader fight against discrimination. He stressed that it should be no one's business who someone chooses to love, and that equality is about human dignity. While some people found his openness unexpected given his usual private demeanor, many praised him for lending his platform to such a significant moment in history. This wasn't the only time he spoke up on the subject of acceptance and love. Years later, during his heartfelt 2018 interview with David Letterman, Jay-Z openly shared how emotional he felt when his mother finally came out to him as a lesbian, revealing that he cried tears of joy knowing she could finally live in her truth. This moment resonated deeply with audiences because it highlighted a rare personal glimpse into the rapper's family life, while also showing his capacity for.
So he imaged himself after a gay painter. The big homie wanted to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
As Jay-Z's career evolved, fans also noticed a shift in his personal style, especially when he began growing his hair into a free-form style reminiscent of the late artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. While Basquiat never publicly labeled his own identity, those close to him often described him as someone fluid in the way he connected with people and navigated different social spaces. His artistry, individuality, and bold sense of self-expression left an undeniable mark on culture. Many observers believe Jay-Z's choice of hairstyle, and his decision to acquire one of Basquiat's paintings for $4.2 million was a reflection of deep admiration. For Jay-Z, the look wasn't just about fashion. It symbolized creativity, independence, and the kind of lasting impact he hopes to embody.
Jay-Z, Puff, 50,
Russell Simmons, where you want to go with this thing?
I'm not surprised. Keep going. I'm flinching. I'm poofing up my hair, everybody, in that way of saying, look, he's not saying anything new to me. Go ahead, world.
Exactly. All them dudes, man. All them dudes, but...
Ja Rule and 50. What's that all about?
Wow. You know they beefing over a homo.
Shut up. I mean, keep talking.
Yeah, they beefing over a homo.
Back in the day, conversations around hip-hop culture often touched on topics that were rarely spoken about openly. One resurfaced moment came from an old Wendy Williams radio interview with Lil' Kim's ex, who didn't hesitate to bring up the subject of hidden sexuality within the rap world. He claimed that there were many artists living on the down low, even though no one publicly addressed it. When Wendy pressed him for names, he didn't hold back, which quickly fueled debate and speculation across listeners.
Or is that like, are you surprised when you hear information like that?
I'm surprised when it comes to, Jay-Z, especially because it's, like Beyonce, but it's pretty normal. Surprisingly, it's an industry that's very dominated by sex and drugs, right? And it's out there, like nobody's hiding it. Like, so if people would be, like shocked, if we're shocked, we're not really paying attention to the music and videos and images that we're listening to because it's right in front of our face. But anyways, Cameron was one of the first people to speak out against Jay-Z, right? When he was dissing him 20 years ago, talking about Jay-Z being gay. Listen to his diss talking about Jay-Z like a man, talking about Jay-Z being shady. Like, everybody's known Jay-Z's been wicked for years. And I know that he's freaking out because they've seen what's going on with Diddy. Absolutely, Jay-Z's next.
And when Rihanna's former publicist Jonathan Hay spoke up years later, he sparked even more conversation. Hay claimed that the industry often had its share of untold stories, hinting at how much goes on behind the scenes that the public never hears about. He suggested that honesty and openness from celebrities are often celebrated, and that the culture within music has long had layers that people only begin to understand once insiders start sharing their experiences.
Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls. Impulse control issues? I don't know.
Jonathan didn't stop with just a few remarks. He went deeper, pointing out how much of the music industry's private world remains hidden from fans. He suggested that artists often live far more complex lives than what the public sees on stage or in interviews, and that the gap between image and reality is wider than people think. His statement sparked wider conversations about identity, privacy, and authenticity in entertainment. Around the same time, Jaguar Wright also weighed in, questioning how much audiences truly know about the personal choices of the celebrities they follow so closely. Well, despite how outrageous Jonathan's comments may have sounded, what really caught people's attention was how quickly some believed him. Many argued that a person wouldn't risk their reputation or credibility just to stir up drama, unless they felt strongly about what they were saying. To some, it seemed less about chasing headlines and more about releasing what had been sitting on his conscience. And let's be honest, it takes a certain kind of bravery to speak on sensitive issues in an industry known for secrecy and protecting its own. For others, the question wasn't so much about whether Jonathan's claims were true, but rather about how many untold stories exist behind the curtain of fame. One person even remarked, "Those who know. Plenty of powerful figures live complex lives we never see. Most people just don't care. And that's what keeps the conversation alive." This clash between what fans think they know and what insiders suggest is hidden. But here's where I turn it over to you. What do you think? Do you believe there are more truths in the entertainment world waiting to be exposed? Or do you see this as another example of gossip spiraling out of control? Share your thoughts in the comments, don't forget to like, and make sure you subscribe for more breakdowns. I'll see you in the next one.